looks like fly tying season to me. This is GBO, and this is the next season. Because my brother told me my fly tying videos were very boring and I needed to add something a little more exciting, and he recommended some pretty girls, I thought I'd oblige him and insert some in the video. So hope you enjoy. A typical woolly bugger that I use for smallmouth, so there's some added weight, and it's been a great fly, and I'll tie a lot of these this winter. Well, it's sub-zero out there, but I start out with a 9671 mustad, as you can see there, and a brown thread that I tie on, and I slightly rib as I move down the fly, just because it creates a little bit of something that the marabou can hold on to. Okay. We go with the, as you can see, a much used crystal flash and an orange brown. I just take a few fibers of that. Make sure I have extra, a little longer than the hook shank. Snug that down. Try to get what I think is a sufficient amount of that material. I give it a trim and go to a ginger marabou. For the marabou, what I like to do is I like to take this centerpiece, center stem feather, and just pop it right off. So then you'll feather that down, make it look nice. And again, this one I'll do about just slightly longer than the hook shank. Pinch it, put 3 wraps pretty tight right on top of one another there. Now what can happen with this fly is it can get bunchy if you just trim that right there. So what I do is I wrap the thread up to the eye where I'll put the lead weight, make the eyes, and trim it there. Put a few wraps on that, and then wrap it back. Wrap it back, and back forward. Pinch off any of that nonsense there. So now we'll go with some Real Eyes Plus and a 3/16 inch nickel with red. Put that one there, and then I do a figure 8. Get it tight, get them in place. Probably 4 or 5 more wraps, and then I go to the figure 8 wrap. Very snug. This thread is slightly thicker, so you can put some force on it in order to lock those eyes in. What I'll do with that is put a little head cement on there just to lock it in.
Okay. Next, we'll be using a ginger chenille. Take some of that off. Of ample quantity. Trim that off. And a ginger hackle. What I'll do here is, because we're going to wrap this in reverse, I'm going to take that, and as you can see where that hackle starts to move backwards from me pulling it back, that will be my tie-in point. Put that on there. Give it a few wraps. Clean off the end of my chenille. Wrap that in very snugly. Okay, and right up to the back of the eyes, I wrap my chenille forward. Right up to that. Put 2 wraps on that. And trim. Okay. I'm taking hackle. Making sure rotate the hackle as I wrap it forward so that it doesn't spin and get all buggered up. And tie that off. Put another wrap on there. Make sure she's snug. Trim that. Trim any excess off here, because that could be all wrapped together. All right. Now, wrap over that. And we'll make a little more of the brown head on this fly. You'll see what we'll do with it here as we finish it off. Finish on that. Down. Let's do another one. Okay. We have our threads firmly on there. Then put together. We're looking pretty good here. Okay, now for the final stage, we use some Loon UV thin in this case, and I'll have my UV lights prepared. So as I put it on, we create a nice looking head for the fly. Dropping them here. And drop. And there you have it. The Beal Bugger and the number 4.
Hopefully you enjoyed the fly tying and the pretty girls. Let me know if you want to see more of that on the next season.